know that you have been told multiple times that you can make money online, people are going to change your life, you're going to be making thousands of dollars every month, whatever the case may be, 10,000, 20,000, a million, all types of things like that. I'm not here to give you that or sell you those type of dreams. Now, what makes us different here? What makes us different is the fact that your money is tied completely to us. You don't have to do no recruiting. There's no bring three at all. No. All you gotta do is own a server, a node, or you can just play the game. All right, so there's multiple things like that. And then we have Sparta, which that's for content creators, all types of stuff like game developers, all those type of things. But that's that part. Part of me, that's a phone call, that's my boy Pete. You don't have to do none of those type of things. You get paid when people play our game. So if they're playing inside your server, playing and your node is connected to a server, or you're playing the game, you guys make money off of that. It's no NFTs, no crypto, no blockchain. What? It's all just people just interacting with our products. That's it. And what I mean by interacting with our products, going to our marketplace and buying things. That's it. No fluff, no BS, no nonsense, no recruiting, no courses, nothing like that. Just set up your server, set up a Discord, set up a WAP. If you don't want to do that, you can hire one of our managers and they would do it for you. And you can do basically just negotiate how much money you want to pay them from your server. And that's another way you can make money, by being a server manager as well, by working with people who own servers. There's nothing else to it. Let's get into the video. And I'm going to show you how easy it is that you can make money because your money is tied to us. I will not teach you what I got going on. It's because you actually have to know how to develop a game. You got to know how to program websites and stuff like that. So I won't be teaching you that. Trust me. It took me 4 years to just get where I'm at when it comes to game development. I won't do that to you.
All right, guys. So how easy is it for you guys to get into our system? I'm telling you, your mother, your grandfather, your grandmother, anybody can do this. Even a child can do this. My 5-year-old, my 7-year-old, they all can do this. And the first thing that you want to do is either choose to make a WAP or both, which I recommend that you make a WAP due to this part right here, because you would actually need to make a WAP for this right here. And I'll just explain that in a second. But you can use to build your community either on WAP with your payment, the checkout, and you can use Discord and then have a WAP for checkout. But the best thing, as you can see right here, when it comes to building a community, is involving them into what you do. Now, I have taken evolving my community to a whole nother level, to the point where I have exchanges inside of the game that's named after and belong to my community. Now, I want you guys to know and understand that this is not NFTs. These are just people who believed in the vision and they backed the project, and now they have their own exchanges inside of the game where people exchange on their exchange for the BitNotes for in-game currency. The BitNotes for USD, which is our in-game currency, which is BitNotes. They get benefits from it, and also they get to set the, why people should want to use their exchange and stuff like that. So here's how it works right here. You can see all the stuff. They get to see everything. You guys get to see everything as well, but they get their own little back office that they get to see. So no game in history ever done that before. And then you can see what people are saying. For an industry that screams and talking about Web3, for an industry that screams and hollers that community is everything, nothing has come close to what you're building. You're building a whole new industry concept and industry for gaming. Literally the next Amazon, Facebook, or gaming hub that we have never seen before. The amount of money that will get pulled out of Web3 into your platform will be a movie on its own. Literally breaking news and headlines. Web3 really about to be snapped. Then this guy right here, this is my boy Cedric right here. This is him. This is his card. We have a card game as well, if you didn't know. These are actual people. This is VIP right here. This is him right here. This is his face, okay? So he actually looks exactly like this. Same thing with Cedric. This is these people's faces. This is them. And we made them 2 cards. We add our community. We have multiple people have cards, but I just wanted to show them theirs. And as you can see, this is Cedric. He said, "Yo, straight fire, bro. Literally gave me chills. Made my his day." Okay. add our community into everything that we're doing. We build the game in front of them and everything like that. So when it comes to you guys building a community, you should definitely care about the just how your community feels and just engaging and bringing them involved in them into everything that you're doing. But if you are going to have a server manager work onto your community, then you basically want to make sure that they know and understand to involve them people, because people want to feel a part of something, which is why we call ourselves Hidden Nation, due to the fact that we are all in this together. We call ourselves Spartans because we're all in this together. Our goal was to show that Web3 gaming is a lie. The industry is nothing but a lie. It's a scam. It's a grift. It's just people just trying to just extract money from people. And we can do everything that they're promising for gamers, the right way, and give back to the people who made us the right way without pulling off any scams or any type of foolishness, without having to use blockchain, cryptocurrency, NFTs, and stuff like that. And we wanted to show that. And that's why you see my community talking about how Web3 gaming or any industry has never been done like ours have. All right, so we got this out the way. Let's go back into, finishing of why this is a thing. And I will show you this right here after I'm done that, showing you how to connect the WAP and everything else. So just wanted to show you the community part. And this is literally all you be doing, right? So everything I'm showing you, this is it. I don't have nothing else to show you what to do. The rest of it is just letting people play the game. That's it. So let's get into the presentation on how you make money now. Like how does all this work? Like the back end of all this is working. All right, so let's get into that.
All right, so let's go over how easy it is for you guys to make money. Now, I'm going to be reading from my iPad right here and making sure that I get everything right for you guys, and it's going to be on the side so you can read it along with me. And I put this presentation together for you so you can understand how things work, okay? So the goal, and what is the goal for us as Project Spartan, for you as one of our server hosts, node owners, you can be an investor, whatever the case may be. All right, so the goal is to show people that gaming is not a hobby for children, and only loser grown men play video games. The gaming industry is changing people's lives, and it can change yours. This is one big lie that we've been told since we was children, that like grown men that play video games are losers. There's no money in video games and those type of things like that. This is something that I really want to help debunk. I mean, back in the days, possibly. I was young at the time, so I don't know if it was any type of way that people was making money other than the people that was making the games, right? But I do know that today time is completely different. We're not living in those times anymore. We're living in the times where gamers are making more than basketball players, okay? So let's get into the lies. You might be thinking, well, Seth, why haven't I heard of gaming making people money, right? Everyone was conditioned from the early days, maybe even before you was born, just in case you're young, of thinking gaming is for children. And still to this day, people like online gurus will tell you people to stay away from gaming because of their ignorance. Maybe they do know. Maybe they're jealous of people like Castanet, Asmongold, and these people who sit behind a computer like I do, basically, and make millions. I'm one of the people, by the way, that game has changed my life. So it changed my life, and I'm not sitting on no guru stuff and just be like, well, it changed my life, so it can change yours. No, it really changed my life, and I have built a system that we're the only people on the planet. Now, can we be copied? Somewhat, but the person that's copying us has to be a business person, a game developer, and a creative person. So I happen to be a unicorn in my industry. My industry, when it comes to the indie devs, the people that know me, they know me as the unicorn, a person that has both. I'm the talented person, and I am the creative person, and I am the business person. So to be all three is kind of unheard of and like an anomaly. Not to just boost myself up, but this is something that they see me as inside of my industry. I'm pretty much of an anomaly. So can we be created? You have to have those three pillars to come together for it to happen. It can be if somebody had those three pillars or those three pillars came together. But right now, we're the only person that does it. Plus, even if we did have competition, I'm making sure that we be number one, all right? But we're the only people on this planet right now doing this. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Here are the liars. These types of people keep people from the information and the reality that is out there that can't be disputed. Yes, you may be home. Yes, you may not be making the money that you the traditional way, and it comes off as easy. But we are in a new age and a new time that have changed. Playing video games or investing in video games changes lives. So these guys right here, you got Wes Watson and Andrew Tate, are basically grifting too. By the way, they're telling these young kids to, it's not for nothing wrong working out and bettering yourself, but do that and don't play video games because you're not going to get any women, you're not going to get any money, and these type of things like that. And I'm not saying that everybody should play video games. It may not be for you, right? But you can still invest in it and still make crazy amounts of money. That's what big companies like BlackRock, Tencent, Burger King, Netflix, Disney, all these guys are getting into gaming. And the reason why, Tencent's already been in gaming, but the reason why is because there's billions of dollars being printed in it. So that these guys right here, they don't really know what they're talking about. Again, it could be due to ignorance, but it can also be due to the fact that they probably just don't like these guys I'm about to show you now. Okay, so here's the truth. These are just a very few, but very popular of the streamers, where gaming changed their lives in different ways. But the others look down on these guys because they do not have they don't have to live in, they don't have to leave their home and make money. They don't have to sell courses or trick people into buying the BS to make money, right? But you do not have to play games, and I'm going to show you. So these people right here, you got Kai Cenat, you have Shroud, and you have Asmongold. These three people don't really have to leave the house. Kai Cenat is an IRL streamer, but he also plays video games. So he leaves the house here and there, but he still stays home and plays video games and make more money than both of the people I just talked about. So then you have people like Shroud, who plays video games, don't leave the home, and make crazy amounts of money. Same thing with Asmongold. These guys don't leave the home and make crazy amounts of money playing video games, talking about video games. It's a huge industry. They just don't want you guys to know this. And 9 times out of 10, you just don't want to know this. You did not. I say you don't. You did not, due to the fact that you just thought that video games are for children. Or, I get a lot of times, I don't understand video games. There are people inside of these big, large companies who are making billions a years. And a lot of these CEOs who are running these gaming companies never played the video game before in their life. But they run gaming companies, or they invest their money into gaming companies and make millions and billions of dollars and never played the video game. My kid liked Fortnite, so I'm going to invest whatever my kid liked. This is kind of the thought process they have. Because I want you to know, again, for some people, depending on what the audience I'm talking to right now, a lot of the people who make investments off of things that doesn't work anymore. Right? For example, when people are buying courses, talking about drop shipping and all these things, a lot of that stuff does not work anymore. It's 10-year-old information. And then a lot of the information that become the people investing nowadays are invested in 20 to 30-year-old information. So this is what they think is going to make people succeed, but they don't go into the future where the future is. And one of the futures is gaming. It's gaming. One of the futures is also streaming. Donald Trump noticed that. Donald Trump has turned legacy media into a fossil and said, hey, we're going to bring streamers to come ask me questions now until the news, where it makes streamers now news reporters. If the government understands where the future is going, why don't you? Just think about that. All right, so let's continue. The plan. Let's go to the plan. So we aren't going to get into the fluff, any of the fluff. If you want to know my story, will have a video for you inside of these series of videos we're going to make, all right? And you will know my origin story. You will learn my origin story, where I come from, all that stuff like that. But right now, I'm not going to sit here and give you and beat you over the head with the BS where it comes to, oh, here's my car. I'm not going to hit you with none of that. And even in my origin story, I'm not going to tell you that. None of that stuff matters. I'm going to be honest with you. None of that stuff matters. Have the newest iPad, the newest cameras, if you see my office, this is worth more than a house. Like, none of this matters. My life do not matter to you. It's about what I teach you or what I do for you. And what I mean by teach you, I'm talking right now. This is it. This is literally the only time I'm teach you. Because if it comes to like building your audience and all that stuff like that, somebody can make a course on that inside of the community. You could be the person that makes the course on how to build a community. Hopefully you're telling the truth and you actually know what you're doing. But it's not going to be me. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to teach you how to scale. And it's going to be completely for free. Is you got to reach a certain point inside of our system when it comes to our game, when it comes to your server, making a certain amount of money, and then I tell you how to scale it when you could turn it into business and get business funding for your server that you've made through our business. I'm gonna teach you how to turn your server into a actual business and scale it up. I'll teach you that, but that's completely free. But that's the only time I'll teach you. So if you do what I teach you, then you'll be good on that part. But when it comes to me showing you some secret free magical formulas, none of that stuff is happening. None of that stuff is happening. You don't have to worry about none of those type of things like that. Do what you see, not what you hear. Fall for what you see, not what you hear, as you say. Okay, not do what you see sometimes. Sometimes people talk some great things. You don't do that. So my origin story, you just basically get to know who I am. All right, go on to my Discord, go into my WhatsApp, see how people talk about me. You'll see. These people have seen me for 4 years. I've never changed. If you want to see my origin story. All right, let's move forward from the rant. All right, so let's go into the why. I believe that you were brought enough courses or joined enough MLMs to understand your why. They made you write it down 1,000 times, so I will not have you do that, all right? So we're not gonna write down the why. I'm not gonna have you sit here and think about your why. You have done it enough when you bought all these courses and you joined as many MLMs. You have wrote that down, so your answer is probably the same. So you don't have to worry about that, all right? So let's move forward from that. Let's move forward from the why, all right? So let's get into our why. All right, so we're going to talk about our why. So you don't have to write yours down, but we're going to talk about ours. We're building a real business structure where your success is tied directly to ours. No more waiting for no more watching platform owners like Apple, Samsung, Microsoft, and these guys raking a bunch of profits while you guys, the consumers, or while servers hosts struggle. We rise together. The bigger the Project Spartan grows, the more our server host earns, okay? Just think about that. So the more money that you see us make, that means there's somebody out there just crazy eating, all right, or multiple people eating. So the people who build their communities and stuff like that, again, you don't have to build your community, but the people who do build the community will be the ones that prosper the most. Okay, we created this for the people who brought all the Make Money Online courses and got nothing real return. All right, what if there was a platform that actually delivered on those promises without the fluff, funnels, or false hope? Not everyone wants to run a business, and that's okay. Just want you to know that's okay. But with Project Spartan, you can do both. Simply host a server or turn your in-game survival into a fully functional business, or you can turn that server into a complete business that you own. All right? Now, let's go to the next thing. The money. Let's get into the money because that's what everyone wants to hear about. Right? All right. So here's just one powerful way to earn on our platform, which is right now we're going to talk about nodes. Okay? We're going to break it down. So let's talk about it. So into 3 different income streams, right here, you can do with the nodes. You can earn exchange fees. So every time a player purchases in-game currency from another player using USD, you earn a 2% fee automatically. So this automatically when you connect your node to an exchange, you will see 3 of them. This happens when your node is connected to an exchange. Server revenue, so you can connect your node to link with a server, so you get with a server host if you are a node owner, and then you can negotiate revenue share with the host. I recommend that you guys do 2 to 5%, but if you do more, that's up to you guys. We have no control over that because you own it. All right. So since your node provides viable for utility, we recommend requesting again additional 2 to 5% of revenue share. I think that's okay if. Like the server owner has a manager, he gives them 5%, and then you get 5%, he takes 10%. If he has a tier of 20, or he or she has the tier where they get 20%. If they get 80%, then they should definitely be able to share with you guys, right? That shouldn't matter. But then you got another one. If you're a node owner, you can do player subscriptions, offer player a subscription service through your node that allows them to earn bit notes. So again, we can sell this subscription service, but we allow you to do it. So you can come up with it, and then you will make that money that we could have made, but we allow you guys who owns nodes to do so. So paid directly, the servers, the rewards and stuff comes directly from Hidden Studios every month. I got a text message, sorry. The bit notes get paid directly through Hidden Studios, so that doesn't come out your pocket on that. This adds recurrent income while giving players real value. Again, sorry, I got a text message. But yeah, so this right here again, shows that we are not in the competition. Again, we help you as much as we can to help you make money, and you don't have to worry about like, oh, you got to chase customers and stuff like that. No. So it's like this is a service that we could have offered to our players. We could offer that to our players, but we give it to the owners. So when if the players, which we will be promoting this on our platform and stuff, hey, get rewards, contact these nodes and stuff like that. They go to nodes. Y'all, this is your job right here. And if you got a server manager, you tell the server manager, hey, make our node look really well. Give players a reason to subscribe to us versus anyone else. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Then nodes are a powerful tool. Okay, we're still on nodes. Nodes are a powerful tool for earning income in the NeoCity ecosystem. Okay, that's the city of the world. So so basically all the stuff ties into the game. So the game comes outside and inside. So that's what we build. As a node owner, you can generate revenue through a percentage of transactions from connections, from connected exchanges and or game servers. When your node is connected to a server, you and the server host can negotiate a custom revenue split because your node brings real value. One key benefit you offer is a 10% bonus reward for players who uses NeoCity Markets, which is the marketplace where people buy stuff inside of the game and everything like that. To access this bonus, players subscribe to your service, giving you a recurring monthly income. And I want you also to know that revenue, that whatever you charge these people for the subscription service, you get 100% of that. We don't get paid from that. Okay, you can unless you go through our which you definitely would. When it comes to our payment processing, we would get a little bit of fees from that, but we don't take like 50% or whatever the case may be. So it's about like 1 or 2% from that, but that's due to the processing. All right. Other than that, again, like I said, nothing. There's no fees in that. Let's just want to make sure you understand the processing fee when it comes to like Stripe and stuff like that. Just want you to know. All right, so you control the subscription price, but remember, you're competing with other nodes owners, so price wisely and make your offering compelling. All right, so like I just said, make it compelling. This also creates a reason for players to join your partnered server. So when you partner with a server, and your node has a great value in it, if you have some great value inside of that server, people would normally join people would normally join that server due to the fact that the node is really good. And you can connect your node to multiple servers too, by the way. So just want you to know that. All right. So if you don't have your own community, the smart move is to partner with a server host and promote your alliance inside of their community. Strong partnerships and smart position as a successful node owner stands out and get you paid. Okay. So just want you to know that. Let's go to the next thing, the breakdown. So how it works, okay? So here's the breakdown. This is one way you can make money. So you make money off the 2% fees every time a player purchases in-game currency from another player with USD. So based off of that amount, you'll make 2% if you attach your node to the exchange. So you have 3 exchanges. You have SuperJ, you have BlipPoint, and you have G. So 3 servers of right now you have until people get their own exchanges. Okay. If you attach your node to a server, you can make whatever percentage of the revenue that you agreed on as you bring a service. We can think of another request we recommend you 2 to 5% here, as we talked about. Then you have a subscription service for the player, and again I'm just repeating right here that I put together. Then you have a subscription service. I'm going over here. You have a subscription service. That is the 3 ways that you can do it. We're going to move past all that because I just repeated that already. So you have this right here. Shows you. This is this right here is the community. This is WAP right here. So connect your server and earn 2 to 5% to that server right here. This is a person's host server right here. And then you have every time a player trades inside of the game currency to another player, you get paid. So this basically shows you NeoCity Markets. Every time they go here and trade, you get paid for that. Okay. So let's go into the servers with server hosts. So we're done with nodes. Let's go into the server hosts. All right. So servers are the heart of our economy and the foundation of our revenue model. Okay. Just want you to know that. So server hosts are very important. All right. They are directly tied to the success of Hidden Studios, which is our gaming studio, by the way. So Project Spartan is the head. That's the parent company. Hidden Studios is the baby company. All right, and that's why we made the promise that we will never compete with our community. Instead of partnering with corporation publishers or outside investors who would make us do very predatory things to our gamers, we wanted to make sure that we just don't screw over our gamers at all. All right, so we built a revenue sharing model that puts our creators and server hosts first. No corporate suits, just gamers building something real together. Okay, so how do server hosts earn? Every time a player makes a purchase inside of our in-game marketplace, which is on NeoCity Markets, I'll show you in a second, you earn a cut. Depending on your server tier, that could be from anywhere from 20% to 80%. All right, from each transaction. So let you know, each transaction that happens, you get paid. All right, on top of that, we are working directly with companies to place sponsorship content and ads inside of your server, from branding storefronts to product placement in every, crazy things we got coming. We got crazy integration when it comes to event integrations. These partnerships will be fun, immersive, and designed to boost the advertisement engagement by 45%. That's if they pay for that service, though. They got to pay for that service. So if they pay for that service, where we build a whole story for the event for this advertisement, what you will make by driving traffic to that server, and it drives traffic to your server because it don't goes into everybody's servers. It only goes to a few people's servers. So this will drive even more players to your server to buy from your marketplace even more. So you'll make more money on these times when we get advertisements. To your server, you will earn, we share with you guys, 20 to 50% based on your tier of all the pool revenue and make off the advertisement deals. So we're gonna go to an example right here. So here's a pricing example to show monetizing working. Okay. Keep in mind, actual price will be higher than what you see right here because these prices are a little low. But just to give you an example, take the weapon carrying license as an example. This item will cost $12.99 in the marketplace. It's allow law-abiding players to legally carry weapons inside of the game without being arrested by other players. So when other players check each other, check the police player or the person that's a police officer, check the other player, and they have a license, they won't be able to arrest them unless they have a criminal background. And then the player that's a criminal can also get their license clean. So it's not like they got to buy another license. They can just get it clean by doing things inside of the game. All right. So now, do you see that if it's $12.99, you will make a profit about $2.50. Now, if you have a full server, this can get a little crazy. It could be about, depending on, because, it's not the same people coming into your server all the time. So some people leave out and some people come in. So, we're trying to get about 200 people on each server. Can't promise you that, but right now, due to the graphic quality and all that stuff like that, so we're trying to see if we can get that happen. If that can happen, then yes, think about 200 people. I'm talking about the servers run all night, every day, so it's like even runs all around the world. So think about that. So 24 hours a day, there's chances that you will be making 24 hours a day money. Okay, so now imagine that multiplied. If you have multiple servers, depending on your tier, you can open up multiple servers too. So depending on your tier, you can open multiple servers. Okay. And you don't have to pay for the multiple servers. You just open them up. Depending on your tier. And so just think about that. If you have multiple servers, then you have bigger chances to make even more money. And then also, if you have built the community the right way, and then the community likes you, you got them involved and all that stuff like that, like we talked about earlier, and then they will support and then buy and then they support your server by buying stuff there. Again, we don't ban you for these type of things like that, like other companies will. Give me a second. The example. Let's talk advertising and real income potentials. Take our good friends at WAP, as an example. Let's say they wanted to advertise in our game for 3 months in campaign, and we charged them $20,000 for the placement, just for the placement. That's not even for the event, for the placement. All right. Now, here's where it benefits you, depending on your server tier and approval stats. So you got to get approved for this as well. You will earn $4,000 to $10,000. So it's either $4,000 or $10,000 out of that for a single deal. And if WAP or any advertisers renew their campaign with us, so they renew, you get paid $4,000 to $10,000 again. All right. So as our player base and platform grows, so will the value of our ad space, and so will be how frequent and all that type of stuff like that. So you'll be getting paid a lot because there's a lot of ads, billboards inside of the game. And then you think about that. So if you got WAP, you have, let's say Nike, you got all these other people inside of your thing, you'll be getting crazy amounts of money doing that. Now you see, no course, none of that type of stuff like that. After this, I'm going to show you how to get started on this, okay? So let's talk about gamers. Let's say if you're a gamer, you're watching this, you're a gamer, and the gaming is only $11 a month for you guys. All right, so it's $11 a month, $11.99 for you guys, and then you guys will be able to turn your bit notes into USD by trading them onto, and then also interacting with the marketplace as well. So you'll be able to do that. All right, so in Neo City Markets, which is the marketplace, you can sell everything from your loot you find to real estate that you own, to the cars that you buy or that you find. We designed our role play experience to be fun first, number one first. That's the number one thing. Where your character feels more like you own a personal Neopet. That's one of the things we wanted to do. When we wanted to bring the game from the inside and outside, so it's like you always care about what's going on inside of our game, which is why we had the websites and stuff like that. It's because your character will be like a Neopet. You want to make sure that your character lives good. Because if your character's living good and then you're doing all the missions and stuff like that inside of the game, you're having fun, making friends and all that stuff like that, it's a big chance you will make a lot more money. All right. So where your character feels more like a Neopet, unique, viable, and evolving, not evolving like a Pokemon, but just like evolving as in like life. And here's the best part. Humanity Contained isn't a Web3 game at all, and it's not a cash grab. There's no blockchain, no crypto, no NFT schemes. You don't have to worry about buying the bag from someone who got in early. Those who support us early, they earn directly from the company from revenue shares, not off of your bag. We built this to protect gamers, not to exploit them. Okay, that's another reason why we don't want to go with publishers and stuff like that, due to the fact that they will make us exploit y'all. All right, we will never allow pay-to-win systems or systems that pit players against each other on our economy. Our cheat and bot detection, that's the number one thing I'm really be focused on, I promise you. That's the number one thing. I'm not going to play that because I'm a scam buster too. I do not play with scams, so I'm not going to have people scam me or scam you, okay? That would be our number one. That's when we put a lot of money into that. Will be the top priority, so the grind and the win always feels fair. Whether you're playing, trading, or running servers, you are never too late to join, by the way. So it's like, okay, we're going to run out of servers and anything like that, and you came late. So if you were like, hey, I want to be a part of those people who was early adopters to you. I wish I can get a part of that. You can still buy servers, okay? But the thing about it is that they just get a part of it. They get a piece of it. So it's like, no, you don't buy it from the company. You buy it from them. But there's a set price. We set a price, so they can't do NFT you. They can't NFT you, but they just get paid. So it's like we get paid and they get paid. That's it. Again, revenue share. All right, so here's how we're going to do a breakdown. Right here, you see we have a box of cereal. We have the character here. This is a player. This is his inventory. So players can freely list the items that they find in Humanity Contained onto the Neo City Marketplace, which is the marketplace. This includes weapons, vehicles, real estate, and much more. And you see, then we show right here. And then you see a line, an arrow going back over here. And that's basically how you list. It shows you how to list it on there on Neo Marketplace. And then it says, let's be clear, none of this involves NFTs, blockchain, or no blockchain cryptocurrency. This is a real marketplace, but for real gamers with real value, no hype, no hidden strings, just a player-driven economy that rewards time, effort, and strategy. All right, that's that. Then we got another line going down this way, and that one says players can list their own property, as you can see right there. It says 3 property sold. It's just a mock-up, just to show you guys how it will work. It says 2 property sold. My eyes are bad, so 2 property sold, and then just to show you how it works. So the properties can be sold on there. Now you can sell your items for real money, which is USD, or bit notes, which is the in-game currency. So you can choose to do that. All right. So we have all this here, right here, and again, let's go into what did you have to do. Everything that we talked about has something to do with just the server and the game being played. Every single thing. There's not one thing, and I'm going to go over to for people who are interested. We can go into our launch sale that we have in. But for you're interested. Now, this launch sale comes with the server, comes with the node, and it comes with a seat. With a seat is for investors. So you will make money off of the money that Project Spartan makes. Now, the server and the node is for what Hidden Studio makes. The seat is for when we invest into indie games and we publish them, and then when they make their money, you make money as well. So it's like being basically our publishers and stuff. So you become like one of our publishers as we publish those guys. All right. So I just want you to know before we get into the computer, and then we come back, I will show you how much all this stuff costs. All right. And I promise you, it's not going to milk you. It's not going to do none of those type of things like that. It's a launch sale. So we're going to give you everything all together in a package. So you want to connect your node, you want to connect your server, and then you have the investments. We'll be a part of our investment group as well, and those type of things like that. So I'm going to show you what you have to do to just get started. All right. This is before we get into that. So I'm going to show you how you get into it, and then this is what you would do after you get into it. Okay. All right. So let's get into that, and I'm going to show you again. You don't do anything but run a community. We run the business for it. That's it. Run a business. You just engage with the community, keep them excited, and give them a reason to actually play in your server versus someone else. All right, so let's get into the computer.
All right, so let's get into it. First thing you want to do is you want to make a Sparta account. All right, and when you make a Sparta account, you just want to make a server. You want to make a server host. If you want to be a server host. So if you want to be a gamer, just play the game. You want to make a gamer profile. If you want to be a server host, because you have a server, so you actually have to connect your server and you have to, get approved to we check you see if your server. You want to make a server host account. After you do that, there's a place that you can, once you connect everything like that, you'll be able to see all your earnings and stuff like that here. So you'll be able to have all that. You'll be able to check your ad deals and stuff. So we'll have ads listings. So if people want to request ad deals, they could if they want to. So request ad deals, we'll check your server, see if it qualifies for it, and you can get ads and stuff. We'll help you out with some ads. So you'll be able to check everything, check all your ad stuff, check your marketplace earnings, all these type of things, see everything that's happening, see everything that's connected into the Neo markets. So you basically want to make an account here, and this will just keep track of everything that you need to know. When it comes to gamers, you can come here to make posts about stuff that you got going on here. Again, so if you're just a content creator, well, I guess it'd be just meaning for content creators. If you're just a regular gamer and don't do content, I recommend that you just either skip this part. You probably want to stay on Sparta due to the fact that there's a lot of opportunity on here. You can build a lot of things. So you have a lot going on onto Sparta. There's a shop that you can list up things, physical products that has nothing to do with the game. Even if you do, again, if you are a server host and you want to sell your own merchandise that's for your server and stuff, you could do that as well. It's very, very important to know that you can do that. And we don't, we just make processing fees when it comes to these things. We don't take, 100% or 50%, 20%, none of that type of stuff like that. We just make processing fees on to these things. So this is just that. This is one of the steps that you have to take. So just make an account here, and you can always change your role. You can always change your role just in case you don't know if you're going to do it, or if you are a community member and you're like, okay, I want to get into content creating. You can come here. You can become a gamer role, and then if you want to, if you didn't buy a server and you want to get a server, you want to get into it, then you could become a server host. So that's that basically. So that's Sparta. We're going to go into the last part, and it's pretty simple. And we're going to have it to where the last part, where you get into your WAP and all that stuff. We're going to show you how to do that. So here, very simple, very, very simple. All you got to do is log in. You just got to log in. So you make an account and just log in, and that's basically that. All right, you do that, and then you just connect your server. That's it. You connect your server, and that's literally it. You just literally connect your server, and then you just run your community, and you put your when you list things, when you list it up. Again, if you got items, again, just for the gamers part, it's got nothing to do with you. When the people list there, they just put their link, which is WAP. Let's go into that now. Let's go into that, and this is it. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is literally it. This is literally it. After this, I don't really have too many steps to show you guys, but I'll show you some. So I got 3 easy steps here. Here it is. This is it. So let's go in there right here. You go to create checkout link. So you want to make something like, let's see. So if you want to create a WAP for it, so you go here and you create a WAP. I think right here it says create WAP, so you want to create a new WAP. It's pretty simple, very easy, and you can just put marketplace items. So you could just be like, okay, let's click this here, and just put like this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And just put Neo, and you want to basically do this. So Neo City Markets, and then just put HS for his studios, and just put like your abbreviation for your server there. And just do that, and then just say where we make all of the trades and sells. Buying and selling. Let's do that. Buying and selling. And this is just so you can create, like, create a little group here as well. You can create the group, like, just make this a secret group so somebody buys something from you. So this is like the gamers and stuff. Like somebody buy from you, you can bring them to your WAP, right? You have like a secret little group of people who trade, so like server to server trade and all stuff like that. So there's things you can do, right? So you want to do that right here, and then you just like, okay, well, I'm gonna list this knife for, let's say $3. I'm gonna list it for $3, and then I will take, you can take HEH. We want to have that redirect link for you, so you guys, when you check out everything, you will have everything there. We'll have all that stuff. Don't worry, you'll get that. So you just basically click this here, paste the checkout link that you will have. You put it there, so when you do the trade, do the buy, they buy it from you, it automatically goes to their account, and you guys are good. You get the money, they get the stuff. So right there, you click that there, and you just basically, you can always come back to it. So you can always just create these links automatically. So if for so you can see reuse, you have preview, set up a payout account, you can just reuse it or whatever the case may be. So you can create these type of things like that. I don't know what's behind these, so let's go here. So just reuse. You can use command and contain. Okay, so I already have an account, just on my account, this right here. So I might cut whatever comes behind this, I might cut this out. So I don't know even what happens here. So okay, so let's just see. Let's go back here. I don't know what this is. They always update, and WAP always updating their website too. So let's go to dashboard. Check out links right here. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go, right here. Yep, because we're in a new WAP right here. So all I gotta do is copy this and put it here. And this is for the gamer side. So this is what the gamers do. So if you got a knife, so you tell what knife it is, what kind of knife it is, right? So you say, hey, we got a blue blade knife. This is item in the game. You can type the description, copy the description. We'll have a whole little section of all of the items descriptions for you. Copy that, put the price of the bit notes if you want to set bit notes, and then they can also choose the recommended link. So this is for if you want to make money. So if you want to make money, you do this right here, and then we have it all that set up. So you hit list item and it'll list it up. All right. So you guys, we're also still working on the site, so a lot of stuff will change, but that's basically it. That's literally it. I don't have anything else to show you because that's how everything sets up. So you basically make an account here if you want to optimize and make more and grow more, and if you are a person who don't want to evolve yourself into like gaming or whatever the case may be, you just want to make money, then you want to make sure your server manager knows to do all this stuff here. Well, that's probably the big piece of information that you need to know. And then again, have everything connected here. And if you have a node, you just basically want to make sure that there will be ways that you can talk to these people, because we're still working on it. We're gonna have multiple things. You see no connection, and then you'll be able to connect to it and stuff. So, and you can just make money as people who are trading. So people who are trading, what I mean by trading, let's go to the bit node exchange. When people are buying and selling, right? So they're buying and selling. So create your first. And when buy and sell stuff, you can, when they buy and sell currency, when they buy and sell currency, when people are buying the currency with USD for the in-game currency, and then you get paid for that as a note earner and stuff like that. So that's just basically ways for you guys to just make different money, and that's it. Like, I don't have anything else to show you. There's no, you got to learn how to, do drop shipping and all that type of stuff. You don't have to learn how to do anything. All right, you don't have to learn how to do anything. All you have to do is follow the steps here. We're gonna have a very easy tutorial, or if somebody else in the community might make the tutorial, or we'll have our own version of it. But they will, 9 times out of 10, you have people making content on it, on how to do this and stuff on their own platforms and stuff. Because again, everybody build their own platforms on our platform, and that's it. I don't really have anything else. So let's get into the last thing, which is what you get for if you get into the launch price. All right, that's it basically.
All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, how much does this cost? Now, this has to cost crazy amounts of money, which it can. It can cost a lot of money. But for launch price, just for a very short amount of time too, by the way, as we're launching this right now, normally nodes will cost 500 to 5,000. Now, what you get is rare. It all depends on the tier. So we would give out silver tiers. With silver tiers, they come with a little higher percentage on things. It comes with more features that you're able to do with the node versus just being able to do a subscription. So we will have more things for you guys to do based on the tiers. When it comes to servers, they do go for 300 to 22,000. And the reason they go that high, due to the higher the tier is, the more money that you make. So when it comes to the $300 one, you're only able to just get 20% of the marketplace. That's it. You don't get anything else. You get 20% of the marketplace. You can't even request to get ads and stuff like that. So, like the higher the tier, then you'll be able to request to get ads, depending on the price of the tier and stuff, like where tier you are, depending on the type of ads that you even get offered and stuff like that. So we would if you're at a higher tier, then we make sure that you make a return on your investment. Then you have the investor seats. Those are people who will make money off of the investments that we do, because we don't only invest into indie games. We also invest into things that we can see that can help us go into the future even further and becoming that billion-dollar company that we are looking to become. And when we make revenue from those companies, you guys will get a piece of that as well. So that's from 1,000, and depending on the tier that you are, is how much percentage you make off of how much money you put into us altogether. By the way, that's another thing about the SSCs. So if you just, let's say that you bought a node, you bought a server, and you paid 25,000 for the server, 5,000 for the node, 22,000 for the server, and then you had the seat. That all accumulates, because how much you put in to help us build all of this is the percentage that you will make. You'll get that percentage on that there. So when you become an investor seat, whatever you put into us as a whole, from now to even after us, or right now, if you put more money into us, you will make more money off of your return based off of how much that's you invested in us altogether. So again, if you just got a node after that for $500, it would add on to this right here. But the price for all this is a one-time payment of $1,500. Now, again, all these are one-time payments, but we'll put all that in one package to $1,500. Instead of you having to go through the thing now, you can. Again, this is silver tier. Silver tier costs a little more, so because you can go to base tier and get all the base tier for $1,500, but we're giving you silver tier, which costs way more than the $1,500. We give you that for $1,500. We give you silver tier for $1,500, where you get silver tier advertisements. You still get 20%, and then you get just basically silver tier stuff when it comes to the nodes as well. You still do the subscription model. We allow you to do other things that come in the future when it comes to the nodes, and then that's that right there. So you will have all the silver tier perks when it comes to the stuff right here. So we'll give you silver tier for $1,500, and normally silver tier will cost you about $3,200 to $3,600. We will give it to you half off when it comes to the launch price. So the launch price is $1,500 to get involved. It's one-time payment. You don't have to pay anything else after that. When it comes to our platforms, Sparta will have Sparta Plus, but again, if you're not a content creator or any type of thing, like a person that's creating anything, you don't have to do that. When it comes to you getting a server manager, if you're a person who don't want to run your server, It will cost $69.95 a month. That's probably the only subscription model that you will be handling. But if you want your server manager to get a lot of the perks from Sparta Plus, which I'll have that in another video, and part of the series, then that will be about like I think about $9. So 69.95, and then $9. So $10 right there. So $79.95 all together. If you wanted to do that, but again, you don't even have to do none of this type of stuff like that. You could just pay the $1,500 and then run the server yourself, and then that's it. That's all your investment is. You don't have to do anything else. Again, you don't have to make a website. None of those type of stuff like that. Chase customers. None of those things. There's no upsell after this. None of that. So this after that $1,500, you're done. You just wait until people come into your server and then buy stuff like that. And which our job is to make sure that the gamers come and play into your server, so you don't have to wait. Just wait until people come into your server, basically. So it's not like when I say wait, I mean like just wait until people come into your server. I don't mean like wait as in like, I don't know what the Web3 people are doing. You don't have to wait like those guys are skeletons. They ain't never gonna get what they was promised. But you don't have to worry about that over here though. So our job is to make sure that the game is good, to get people wants to play the game, so people come into the server and do their thing. And then they also earn as well. So if you have any questions at any time, again, Discord, we're going to be moving to WAP soon, but Discord right now is the best place to reach us. You can reach us to Discord or WAP, but mainly Discord right now, okay? Other than that, hopefully that you enjoyed what you've seen. Again, we are the first and only people to do this right now. There's no other platform. They have to, in any other platform to come out like this, they have to copy us, right? And again, we're the original model, so obviously we're going to cook them. So the only way they're going to even compete with us is by trying to entice you to things, and 9 times 10 that's going to be a scam. So again, pay attention to people who do, not what they say. And other than that, man, I really just want to show you something like what can happen if you actually put your money into something that's real. You can actually make real income when it comes to making money online. It is possible to make money online, but a lot of people are just buying courses from people who just bought a course from somebody that's teaching them how to make money online. This has nothing to do with that. Again, what I do for a living, I would not teach you. It would take a lot of time. So if I'm telling you you can make millions of dollars, and I didn't, what I had behind that was me teaching you how to use Unreal Engine and all that stuff like that. First, it could possibly be a scam, and two, it'll be a waste of your time. So I would never do that. I built this stuff already. I built these platforms for you. It took me a long time, 4 years plus, for this stuff right here. 4 years and a few months, not 4 years plus. I'm stretching it, but 4 years and some months to get to this point, and I wouldn't put you through that. I wanted to be the first company, probably in history, to share its revenue with its community, with its gamers, with its players, so we don't have to listen to corporate. We don't have to put unnecessary things that would blow our systems, and you guys get screwed over, or we can't give you any money due to the fact that we got to give them the money, right? So it's like the same amount of money that we can give you guys for supporting us and stuff like that, like playing a game, going to the marketplace, because we get fees for that stuff like that, all that type of stuff. We can make any game that we want. And again, we can always come back to you guys for our second game. Say, hey, we want to make another game. Would you guys like to pledge and invest in this one as well? And then we don't have to listen to the BS, put unnecessary crap inside of our game as due to you guys. I really want to thank you guys. Again, without you guys, this stuff wouldn't be possible. As you've seen, for the people who have been here for 4 years, where we started and to where we're at now. If you are a person that somebody invited you to this, the boat is leaving, all right? So they told you about us, because a lot of people heard about us. A lot of people didn't think it was possible, or what we were doing, or whatever case may be. And a lot of that stuff is due to the Web3 nonsense. And again, we built this due to the fact of the Web3 nonsense. And we wanted to show them that what they're doing, it's already been done, and it could be done better in the modern times. And that's what we did. We built the modern times version of it and added way more to the package and stuff. So I thank you guys again for the people who supported Hit Nation. I thank you guys. This wouldn't be possible for us to get to the launching part of it. And yeah, we're ready to kick ass. I let the gaming industry, nobody's seen this before. Nobody's seen what we got before. We are the first to do this. So we're ready to kick ass in a lot of industries, and we're creating our own industry here. And you are a pioneer of it, Hit Nation. And if somebody sent you this video, you could be a part of that. Again, I'm not. You don't have to. You can just wait if you want to, and that's you. But you have to pay the extra stuff. Just know that. Just want you to know you have to pay for the extra stuff after that. But you won't get the orange price. So what I just showed you, that $1,500 won't be the price. But you can still come in the future and pay more if you want to. But that's up to you. You pay more. That's I'm not not debating with you on doing that. But again, I have nothing to say. Hey, where's your why? And you should do this now because your mom's struggling and stuff. And you make the decision yourself. And take advantage of the prices early, so you don't have to put much more money in the future. If I had to say anything, but and you'll be a part of the early steps, and then you'll be the ones. Also, that's another thing. I forgot to mention because I'm talking about early. When it comes to the higher your tier is, the higher your server is. So you don't have to wait long. You don't have to wait long. You don't have to wait long if you got a bronze tier server, then yeah, you might be waiting a little bit for people to come into your thing. We put bronze tiers always at the bottom of everybody else. So yeah. That being said, I thank you for watching this. This has been pretty long. I wanted to show you everything and talk about everything, but it's very simple steps. Anybody can do it. Old people, babies, not babies, but 5-year-olds, and you too.